Hi guys, we continue with our mathematics classes. Today we will see the measures of central tendency topic. Okay, when we have our frequency table and the histogram or the ogive, the charts about that table, we need to do an analysis to our table. So we can do measures of central tendency. Okay, it's very important to describe or convenient to summarize information with a single number. Okay, that kind of number it's to represents the table. Yeah, one number or one data to represent all the information in the table. Okay, we have three measures. We have the mean, the median, and mode. Okay, this is important. We are working with group data. Okay, the mean is the average. Okay, if you remember, you need to add in all the numbers and divide it by the number of total. Okay, for the group data, it's a little different. Yeah, you need to calculate the multiplications between the class mark and the frequency, the absolute frequency, summarize that, and divide by the total. Okay, for example, if we have that table, yeah, and we want to calculate the mean or the average, we will multiply the class mark by the absolute frequency. Okay, so you need to multiply. Okay, so when you finish, you need to add all the multiplications, yeah, and divide by the total. So for example, here this is the first class mark multiplied by the first frequency, and the second class mark multiplied by the second frequency. So you need to do that until the last class and sum or add all the multiplications and divide it by the total. Okay, so this is a sample that you need to do to calculate the mean. Okay, now the median. What is the median? Is the middle of the set of numbers. Okay, remember the middle. We have that formula. Maybe looks like very hard, but it's very easy. Okay, so we need to do the sample. Okay, again, this is our frequency table. We need to do. Okay, the first thing that you need to remember is the middle. Okay, so you need to check in your frequency in which class are the middle of the total of data. For example, here we have 40 data, so the middle is 20. So here 4 plus 6, 10 plus 8, 18 plus 10, 28. So the middle are here. Yeah, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 class, the 4 row of our table. So you use the formula. So you need to select first which is the median or the middle of the data. Yeah, when you do that, you need to select or choose the lower real limit. Okay, so here I will choose the fourth lower real limit. So you need to choose 7.35. Yeah, plus okay, the class width. Okay, if you don't know or you don't have the class width, you can calculate it subtracting that rows between two rows. Okay, well, you have the width class. Now multiply by the total of data divided by 2. We have 40 divided by 2. Okay, less the sum of all the frequencies before of that class. For example, here you choose that row, so you need to add the all frequencies before of that row. Here 4 plus 6 plus 8. Okay, now you will divide all of that by the frequency of that row. In that case, it's 10. Yeah, when you do all the operation, you will get the median. Okay, now the last is the mode. The mode is the most common number. Yeah, so in some cases you can refer to mode to the fashion. Okay, so you need to remember the mode is the most common number in a data set. Okay, again, this is the formula. Looks like very hard, but it's so easy. Okay, we have the sample here. You need to remember what is the mode. The mode, remember, is the most common number in the data set. So you need to check the frequency, the absolute frequency, and you will select the row with the higher number of frequency. You look here, you can choose that because it's the add of all. You check here is 10. Yeah, in that case matches with the same row. Yeah, you remember when we calculate the median, we choose that row. Yeah, so but it may not be like that. Okay, and in that case matches, maybe in other cases no. Okay, so this is the most common or the higher number of frequency. Okay, so you use that formula, you will choose, yeah, the most common number. So when you choose the row, you will select, and you will choose the lower real limit. Okay, so in that case 7.35. okay, plus the width class. Yeah, you will multiply by delta 1. What is delta? Delta is the difference between the model class. What is the model class? The class that you select to the mode. Yeah, and the class before that. You check here, the frequency are 8 and the frequency or our model class is 10. So you need to calculate the difference here. So 10 less 8. Yeah, this is the delta 1. And delta 2 is the difference between the model class and the next class. So here 10 less 5. Okay, and you will get the mode. Okay, maybe it looks like a little hard, but now we will calculate again the mean, the median, and the mode for our table. Okay, now we are with our sample that we did. Okay, how we calculate the mean? Okay, we'll use that symbol. Okay, equals to, it's a division. here it's need to use parentheses and dot for the multiplication plus. Okay, you need to multiply again the class mark with the frequency, so it's 6 by 2 and 12 64 by 5 and 19 by 3 and 25 6 31 93 10 38 6 9 and 44 79 by 5 divided by 40. Okay, this is the operation that you need to do. Again, you will multiply class mark by the frequency. Okay, when you finish that, you need to add and divide by 40 or the total. Now okay, so you got that mean 29.358. okay, now we calculate the median. Okay, to calculate the median you need to choose what is the row with the half of the middle of the data. Okay, you can use the cumulative frequency. For example, here we got a total of 40, so the 20 that is the middle, it's in that row. Yeah. Okay, so the median, okay, is equals to, if you choose that row, okay, you need to select the lower real limit of that class, so it's 28, okay, plus a division of, you need to use the width class. Okay, for that sample you can calculate that using that the subtract okay, you can use subtracting to, okay, so it's 6. Okay, now you need to multiply that, the total 40 divided by 2 less the adding of all the frequencies before of that row. You are working in that row, you can add all that numbers, 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 6, but if you remember, you use the cumulative, you calculate that, so it's 16. Yeah, and divided by the frequency of the row that we are working, in that case is 10. Okay, so when you do that operations, you got that number. Okay, our median of our table are 31.287. yeah. Okay, now we'll calculate the mode. Okay, to calculate the mode, you need to choose the class that have the higher number of frequency. Okay, you need to select here what is the higher, that. In that case, matches with the same row. Yeah, but it may not be like that. Okay, in that case, so for our sample is the same row, so your model class is that. Okay, so to calculate the mode, calculate the mode. Okay, it's equals to, again you need to choose or select the lower real limit, 28. Okay, plus again the with class, multiply by a division here. The difference, yeah, you remember here the deltas. The delta 1 is the difference between the class model and the class before, so here is 4. Here is 4. And the delta 2 is the difference between that model class and the next class, so here is 1. Okay, now when you calculate that, you got that number, 33.859. okay, this is all the work that you need to do for your own table. So guys, I will wait for your homework.